Knowledge, teamwork and game smarts. These are the ingredients turning your everyday players into tomorrow's professional gamers. But to truly appreciate the future competitors of esports, we need to pay homage to the moments from the past. Arena Esports takes you on a trip back in time to enjoy the greatest plays from the world of esports. Goyang, South Korea. In May 2019, this would be a proving ground for legions of rising Overwatch stars. After a strenuous first season, 8 of the country's greatest Overwatch Contenders teams stepped into the halls of the Korea International Exhibition Center in search of rewards and recognition. It was a warm day in Goyang on the 12th of May, but the weather outside was nothing compared to the heat being generated by the tournament's finalists on the main stage. They had finished the round-robin stage in 4th place, but Team O2 Blast came in swinging in the main event bracket, delivering sweet justice against GC Busan Wave and Runaway in their pursuit of Grand Finals qualification. Leading the way with a 0-3 series result, O2 Blast narrowly claimed victory on the assault map of Volskaya Industries against Runaway in the semi-finals. With 2 kills picked up by Krong's Diva Bomb, the rest of O2 cleared their rivals off the point to complete a 4-point run.
Double self-destruct kill from O2 Blast. They only need another, just a half of a tick, and Kaiser hitting them with another shatter. Runaway running for their lives and giving this final up.
While O2 were completing their dream run, another team was obliterating the competition, quickly becoming the tournament favourites in front of the open crowd. Element Mystic showed promise in the round-robin matches, but when it came to the main event bracket, they never dropped a set. They 3-0'd the famous Gen G Esports to solidify their spot in the Season 1 finals. Their flawless run was a tribute to just how far the team was willing to go in the final hour of the Overwatch Contenders finals.
Gen G. They swap to their desperation picks as a Hammond, a Tracer, everything they need to hold on to this as Doha unleashes the EMP and Element Mystic feeling in their element going into the grand finals once again with a 3-0 victory over Gen G.
They made it to the grand finals with relative ease. But now both teams would need to face off against each other in a best-of-7 matchup. The first destination was the brutal control maps of Lijiang Tower. It was a total show of dominance when Element Mystic brought the control center capture point to 99%. Their adversary in green overtook the point in the nick of time, but it was a victory short-lived. Lucio's sound barrier reinforced Element Mystic, while Sombra's EMP disabled O2 Blast members around Doha. Bodies dropped as Element reclaimed the main arena and put the first point on the board. A visit to the night market saw a mirrored result come out of O2 Blast, bringing the capture point to 99% before being wiped off the map. It wasn't long before the team in green reclaimed lost ground, tying up the first game of the Grand Final Series. The score would be settled at the Garden when Element Mystic stood their ground on the main island. O2 Blast threw everything they had at their opponents, but frequent Sombra hacks and Doomfist's raw damage proved too much in the end.
Harbin's going to use that grab straight on top of Kaiser's dead body just to send a message. Myungbon, there's no way you're going to stand up against Sparkle, my friend. Just unlucky. O2 Blast still out for some more time, but that is going to be it. Element Mystic end up claiming their first map, Lijiang Tower.
After a brief moment of pause, the players reset for Game 2's Blizzard World, where O2 Blast locked in the perfect 3-point lead in retaliation. Element Mystic squared up against their rivals for a 3-point victory of their own after O2 Blast staggered onto the final point in desperation, falling on the field one by one. During overtime, O2 Blast extended their lead, confident that they pushed the payload a healthy distance to outmatch their opponents. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. No time was wasted in securing the game's payload. With a Reinhardt Shatter and a Sombra EMP working together to disable the entire O2 Blast army, Element Mystic found their second Grand Finals win.
Graviton Surge coming in, instant shatter as well as the shields got removed. Proper's gonna go down, that's it, it's all over. Pelican, Mondu, they're all dead. Element Mystic refusing to let O2 Blast using any ultimates as they secure Blizzard World.
The boys in white were up 2-0 in the grand final. An Overwatch Contenders major victory was within arm's reach. With 2 points on the board, Element Mystic entered the playing fields of Hanamura for game number 3, a famed assault map that often favoured the defending team. It was almost a mirror hero matchup. The leading team in the grand final opted for Sombra once more, finding value in frequently disabling the abilities of enemy players. O2 Blast made short work of their opponents to capture the first point. With the speedy win, they had more than 5 minutes left on the clock to stand their ground on the second objective. No matter the angle the team chose to approach or the heroes they selected to wipe Element Mystic off the map, O2 Blast just couldn't find a way in. With all the time they had, they were met with a completely immovable object.
Straight to the sky, coming back down.
The narrative flipped when the team in green switched to defense. Feeling the effects of a 6-man EMP, the O2 Blast squad were obliterated. Element Mystic flexed as they claimed Hanamura, bringing them to match point in the Korean League Grand Final.
Element Mystic rushing O2 Blast onto the point. The nano boost came out eventually, but it was too little and it was too late. Mandu and Myeonbong are gone. O2 Blast have to get back to the point in time, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to make it. Element Mystic, with such a quick time, destroy O2 Blast.
The pressure was clearly mounting up on O2 Blast's side of the stage. The crew needed a point to their name. The sand-swept grounds of Junkertown had to be the turning point for the team in green, who entered the game for skirmish on attack. With mere meters left between the payload and its first destination, Element Mystic continuously pushed back. In similar fashion to Hanamura, O2 Blast were losing players during vital push windows. The green team's failure meant that Element Mystic had an extremely short distance to push the payload. A win at Junkertown and a win at the Season 1 Grand Finals were only moments away. Element Mystic made it look easy. O2 Blast delayed the inevitable for over 2 minutes, but with Hanbin's Graviton Surge pulling in their team to a single location, Sparky was free to collect kills in the final seconds of the Overwatch Contenders Season 1 Korea Finals.
Sparkle with a rampage in the back line, finds 2 kills. The Graviton Surge is going to be there as well. Sparkle with a quad, Element Mystic sink the payload in, and 4-0 O2 Blast and win Contenders Korea Season 1 with a perfect run through the playoff.
A great result for a superior team during the 2019 season. Many players and coaching staff from Element Mystic moved on to join the inaugural Overwatch League season, furthering their careers in the famed esport. Element Mystic earned the lion's share of the $200,000 prize pool, as well as a first-class ticket to the 2019 Overwatch Contenders Pacific Showdown later that year.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.